Okay, welcome back to this series on personal statements, new for 2026. This is on question 2. So we've done question 1 and we're going on to your qualifications, right? How have your qualifications and studies helped you to prepare this course or subject? So I'm going to ask you the same question I did before, which is what is the most important words in those questions, okay? And again, course, subject, qualifications is probably what most 17, 18-year-olds are reading out of that. I'm saying it's helped you to prepare. That's the most important thing. So you're attempting here to link your subjects to the course and to you, right? So why do your subjects and your experiences make you more suitable than anyone else with your same A levels to this particular course? Because remember, if your personal statement's being read, it is a deciding factor between you and some very, very similar candidates applying with the same courses, same qualifications to the same degrees. Okay, so here are my do's and don'ts, same format as before. So do demonstrate the skills your subjects taught you. Don't say them. Doing A-level PE has made me a good leader. Okay, how? What have you done? What did you do within PE that made you a good leader, right? Doing psychology has given me good analytical skills. How? With what? What's it done? Okay, say, right? But bear in mind, you're talking to professional admissions tutors here who know what is in your A levels. They know what AQA psychology or EdXL biology involves, right? They want to know what you've taken from the course. That's what makes this different. So don't list your subjects and their contents. In biology, I studied biological molecules and cells. Then I did DNA and the lungs. Yes, so did everybody else in the country who did A-level biology, right? Don't do that, okay? So demonstrate the skills they've taught you through particular pieces of work, particular achievements, particular high scores, particular things that make you specific within that course. Do demonstrate transferable skills with examples from your studies. Okay, so what transferable skills have you got? If you're talking about leadership or analytical skills or empathy or any of those kind of things, where have you worked those skills within your subjects? Okay, specific to you, not where has the curriculum told you to do them. So, for example, if you're an English student and you say, I have good literary skills or good literacy skills, I don't want to hear that you've just read the books they forced you to. I am constantly astounded by students who study English who don't read for fun, right? What else you got? What other books you're reading to support your knowledge of English literature or your knowledge of history or your knowledge of politics and religion and ethics? What else are you doing, okay? So don't just state skills you have without giving specific examples, okay? As I've said before, don't just tell them you're a great leader. Don't just tell them that you are extremely articulate and eloquent. Where have you proven that, okay? Linked to your subject. Do include other achievements in your subjects. So for example, maths challenges, Olympiads, competitions, all the other qualifications that won't necessarily be on your UCAS form under A levels, include them here. Okay, that's what's going to make you stand out, right? Don't list your grades. In biology, I am predicted an A. In physics, I am predicted no, don't say that. They know. They can see that from the rest of your form. You've got 4,000 precious, precious characters to give them something else, okay? Give them something specific to you. So don't list your grades. Right, next up, relevance. Start with the most relevant thing, okay? Obviously, if you're applying for psychology and you do psychology, start with psychology. If you're applying for PE or sports science and you're doing PE, start with that, okay? Start with the most relevant thing, right? And ideally, there isn't a main qualification, okay? So for example, if in maths you did the senior maths challenge and got a certain mark in it, lead off with that. It's something they won't know from the rest of the course, the rest of your form. It's directly related to your course. Brilliant, stick it in, okay? If you represented the school at the biology or chemistry Olympiads, right? Brilliant, stick that in if you're applying for biology or chemistry or biochemistry or whatever it might be, okay? Put that in there. Start with the most relevant thing, and if it isn't a main qualification, all the better, okay? Showcase extras, okay? They know what your GCSEs and A-levels are. What else you got, okay? They know from the rest of your form what GCSEs you did, what exam board it was, and what grade you got. They know what A-levels you're doing, and they know what grade you're predicted in. It's a waste of characters to just repeat that, okay? What extras do you have, okay? So other school roles, surprisingly, I was really surprised when I read this, that actually in the subjects box, right, and again, this is the snip directly from the UCAS website, as you can see here, it says you can put things like senior ambassador roles, team captains leading plays in there, literally word for word. Consider accomplishments like winning a school or national competition, serving as a student ambassador, team captain, or leading a role in a school play. Now, I think that's an unusual thing to be on the UCAS website, but it's there. I'll put the link in the description. I would say that is most impactful if you're the captain of the sports team, if you're applying for sports science, and if you're leading the play, if you're applying for drama or performing arts, okay? So try and stick to the most relevant thing, see point 1 on this slide. And finally, link it to your course. Remember what you're applying for. Right, the amount of people who get short of things to say and go, I'm applying for mathematics or wherever it might be. I was in the school play and I played this part and that was really good because I'm a really good actor. Great, but how does it make you suitable for a maths degree? Okay, and if you can do all that, you've successfully answered question 2. We'll come back for